I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about, does my ex have a plan? You know, Margaret, when we're going through a breakup, we feel like our ex has it all figured out. We just assume that life is amazing, life is great, and they aren't even feeling the loss.
When someone breaks up with us.
Exactly.
And I'm sure they do feel that way for a while.
You see, one of the things your ex very often does is, first of all, they don't want to let on that they're sad about this decision. Because if they did, then what would you do? You'd see them as vulnerable, and then you would start, reaching out, forcing things, not leaving them alone, trying to get them to give you another chance. Mm-hmm. So they're going to try and look like they're having a great time. And, when people make a decision, they don't want to think, I made a terrible decision here. So
what are they going to do? They're going to put pictures on Facebook.
Yep.
With 12 other people.
Yep.
At a swell party.
They're having a great time. Life is amazing. They look so happy.
I looked at their Facebook and he looks very happy. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this today. We got a good email that said, "Hi, Coach Craig and Margaret. My best friend turned me onto your channel a few months ago when they found out I was going through a breakup. Well, tell your friend that we said thank you. You helped my girlfriend get back with her boyfriend about a year ago. She is having some doubts about him currently because he isn't living up to her expectations, but she is trying to be patient with him. But she wants you to know that she is still doing the work and almost done with the Knowledge Elite series."
Good.
Well, good for her. She's been working on herself all that time, and that's something that Margaret and I always encourage.
Go to it. You can't lose.
Put yourself on probation for like a year.
You can't lose.
Exactly. If it's not regarding an ex, it's still going to help you.
Right.
I've just started volume 7 myself, and I'm really loving them. Well, thank you so much. And guys, at the end of each workbook, I have an email that is for feedback, and I love to get your feedback, and we do look at the feedback on all of the workbooks. And if you want to share your feedback on them, that's what it's there for. I put it there so everybody who's working through them, if you have ideas, things that you feel need to be different, or just want to share how it's helped you, we love to hear from you, okay? And that's in the back, the email you see at the end of every volume of the workbooks. Okay, I don't say that very often, so I thought I'd remind you.
That's good. Yeah, feedback is always great.
Yeah, it's there for you guys.
Sure.
I want you to know that we do care about
Yes.
what you think, okay? And your feedback is important. She goes on to say that one of my biggest concerns is, I feel like my ex is a few steps ahead of me. I feel like he knows what he's doing, he's happy, and he's just moving on. I feel like he has everything planned out, and everything is just going to go his way. Oh, that is the worst.
Oh,
You
yes.
feel the worst you've ever felt, and your ex looks like they're on cloud 9. Awful. There's a little bit more here. Mm-hmm. Here I am, feeling like my life is in shambles. Is this common? Do most dumpers have some kind of plan?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
But it is a good question.
Yes, it's a very good question. Because it feels that way.
It really does look like...
So he walked away scot-free, leaving me terrible.
And I think maybe part of the reason it looks like your ex has a plan is because you were shocked by the breakup, and so that means they had all this time behind the scenes to make this decision.
Right.
So it's like, if they've planned this much, how much have they planned without me knowing?
Right, yeah. Do they plan to see somebody else? Do they have a plan to move to Houston? Do they have
And sometimes they will have a house lined up or an apartment lined up. Or sometimes they'll give you clues. Like I had somebody this week tell me, my ex did say to me last summer, you still have those rental properties, don't you? Meaning, if I throw you out, you still got a place to go, don't you?
Right. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. So, it does seem like they might have a plan, ahead of them, when really, as far as they probably got was to make the decision to break up.
Right. Thinking it was going to cure all of their ills.
Exactly.
And rarely does it.
No. It just depends upon the reason for the breakup. What was the reason that they couldn't do it any longer?
And that's what most people say, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't do this anymore.
It's interesting because what I have seen is that the people that are broken up with are incredibly motivated. And I am so proud of you guys. Because every single day I talk to you guys and you tell me how much work you're doing.
Yep.
And I love that. And that
Me too.
is so encouraging for us because we know how hard it is and how depressed many of you are. But to continually try and make the best of a difficult situation, that's what we want for you. Now, the person that did the dumping rarely does much work. They don't all of a sudden magically get into therapy or say, I'm going to go back to college and do all these hopes and dreams and aspirations that I had wanted to do. As a matter of fact, I think they often regress.
Right. They break up thinking it's going to solve everything. But there's no way you can get around feeling a loss. Mm-hmm. Even though you may have chosen it. And we learned that, if you recall, when we talked about the lady who did a dissertation on breaking up with her boyfriend when she was in college. And no one had any sympathy for her, and she was quite heartbroken. Mm-hmm. She had plans with this man. She liked him very much, but there wasn't a spark of love. But she grieved, and everybody said, but you made the decision. Yeah. But, you always feel a loss. So your ex, no matter how happy they may look on Facebook, cannot help feeling a loss. They're going to feel it.
I feel like a lot of people become depressed.
Yes, they do.
And I think a lot of people really regress. That's one of the big things I see, too. Is like, if you've been with this person for 20 years, let's say you're 40, and you got together at 20, all of a sudden your ex starts acting like a 20-year-old. Mm-hmm. And they just become a different person. And you're looking at them like, who is this person?
That's a midlife crisis on speed. Okay.
I've seen things like people just start drinking and partying, and they just maybe acting out and hooking up with all kinds of people in a short amount of time. And you're like, I can't believe this.
And those things are guaranteed to help you with your depression very short term.
Yeah, it's almost like they get out of control.
Yeah.
Because of the boundaries of being in a relationship with another person.
Of course. Yeah. Well, they've lost structure as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you've been in a long relationship, you have a structure in your household. You have some sort of parameters to view yourself, and all of a sudden it's all gone. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they just start acting out.
Yeah. Saying
things that they wouldn't say. Doing things they wouldn't do, and they're just going through a ton of different emotions. Right. And I don't think it's planned.
I don't either. But it must be annoying if you really think that.
Yeah, because you're feeling like, I don't know what to do here, and they have everything figured out.
He looks like he knows exactly what he's going to do. He's going to do this, and he's going to change his job, and he's hanging out with other people, and here I am feeling terrible.
Yeah.
He's probably not as good as he looks. And here's the other thing. You want to look like you have a plan and you're doing well too.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's what we try and do.
Isn't that what Craig would say?
Yeah, we try and give you a plan. Yeah. And that's exactly why we have so many different areas that we focus on to help you grow. Is so you outgrow them and they are like blown away if they get in front of you again.
And as we all remember, living well is the best revenge.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, remember that.
Absolutely. I think it was Sinatra who said, "The best revenge is massive success."
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I love that quote. So just realize that while your ex may have things a little bit more figured out because they knew what was going to happen
Long
in the
before
breakup,
you did,
and
yes.
you didn't, it doesn't mean that they've got planned further than that. As a matter of fact, let's just say that their plan is to date this new person that they've met. Well, they may think, this is going to be my next long-term relationship, and 3 or 4 months later they find themselves dumped because that person hasn't attached to them, or it just didn't work out well, and now what plan do they have? Now they have 2 major losses in a very short amount of time.
And we see very few rebounds that work out.
Oh yeah. They fall apart all the time. Absolutely.
And now people know we say that.
Yes.
And they say, I know you're going to tell me it's a rebound. Yeah.
A lot of times it is. Absolutely. So I hope this makes you feel a little bit better at understanding your ex doesn't have it figured out, and we're going to try and help you figure it out a lot better than they can.
That's right. And make sure they think you're doing as well or better.
Oh yeah, we want better.
So there.
So of course, when you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is also available for Skype coaching.
Please feel free to sign up with me. I'd love to speak with you.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to do that. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.